I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. 1st and 10, it's Willis. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. First carry of the game for the Aggie alum, Devon Achane. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They'll run for it with Achane. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Willis. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Now Willis on 3rd down. Touchdown! Dan Arnold from 6 yards away. And the Dragons are on the board here first in the season opener. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign. Took his game to a new level and made him a 1st-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. Evades the tackler, and now some space. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Pickett. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Returnable for Grant. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0? Like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear. Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Here's Willis. There he goes, right side. Still going inside the 20. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a hole. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw, here's Willis. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Finds the open target, Arnold. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. 3rd down, here's H.A. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Pickett will look to throw it here. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Off the play fake, here's Willis. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Pickett sets up play action. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now Pickett. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Boy, this defense is circling early. A pick 6 there, and they are off to the races here this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. 17-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Pickett back to throw. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Here's Pickett. This one swung out to Williams. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 18-yard line.
Willis. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
A throw over the middle taken in. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Again, it's Willis to throw it. Out to Cole on the right side. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 36-yard line.
The shotgun snap to Willis. It's complete to Cole. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And that's big Jalen Carter, the rookie, able to get him down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Back to throw, Pickett. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Second down. Here's Pickett. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Looking to throw, Pickett. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Dialing up another pass here, Pickett. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Pickett. A quick pass here. He's got Shepard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go. Second down.
At the 17-yard line.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
Pickett going to bootleg it. And it's caught. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the run. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Dillon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Just shy of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
Williams is in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, this had not been the greatest of first halves to this point. They've been pretty well dominated in all phases of the game, so this was an important drive just to show they can move the football and finish. And now they're on the board here on the touchdown run.
Now Cade York for the extra point. And it's 17-7. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
First and 10, here's Pickett. Screen play set up for Williams. And he gets it down to the 32. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. Second down and a little more than a yard here. From the gun, here's Pickett. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Pickett now on first down. This one caught by his tight end Oliver. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Now Pickett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Pickett back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Pickett right back to the air again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Chris Godwin, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This to Arnold on the short pass. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin up in the Steel City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, where it was the home team who were able to hold serve and get a victory in their stadium. Lamar Jackson with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Christian Watson, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington Commanders at home at FedEx Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. C.J. Stroud, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Pickett. And that's complete to Shepard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 2nd down.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Pass interference. Defense.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle, and you got caught in between and created a foul.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. Off play action, Pickett. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Pickett will look to throw it here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Pickett now, 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
York able to send this one through, and that will tie things at 17-all. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games. And the Seahawks had a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. A-Chain gets it from the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a 1st down. Back to throw, Pickett. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. Down to the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Folks, remember this. His first NFL game, a rookie getting playing time here in week 1, and he comes through with a giant play there, an interception return for, obviously, his first NFL touchdown.
Do you think he dreamed that last night at all? No chance. Not one whatsoever, but he got it done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. After the pick 6, here's Pickett to try again. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Sidney Brown with it. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And that will be incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted. It's spotted at the 14-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Looking to throw, Pickett.
It's caught on the right side, Williams. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Bigsby with a carry to begin the series.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. On 2nd down, a run by H.A. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Here comes 3rd down and 7. 3rd down, it's Willis.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Pickett now from the gun here.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. Well, some good games around the league here early in Week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Pickett.
Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
That's complete left side to Shepard. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw.
And it is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Here's Pickett.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. But he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone. They try the left side here with Williams.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
York able to send this one through.
And that'll bring them back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. And I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied. But, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there. hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Willis to throw on second.
Brought in over the middle by Graham. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's A.J. Cole now,
as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Again, it's Williams.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I put the word big in capital letters here.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much, maybe a yard, and that's all. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
2nd and 11 now. Second down and a run by Robinson.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Toronto, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You must have just fucked up shit.
Oh, it smells so good. I love my candles. I don't got no shorts at all. The fuck?
Those clothes clean?
Yeah, they clean.
Okay.
Damn. I got your shirt. I'll be back.
Okay.
It's week 2 of the NFL, and this defense features Shaq Thompson, who really led his defense last week with a 10-tackle game.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Daron Payne busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Daron Payne. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Here's A.J. Cole now.
As his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only the controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this one is we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
And they work this out past the 25. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson.
11 carries, 51 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt, they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
Now Willis. And that's going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
First down, Murray.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing now is Murray.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Murray going to throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy.
And it's 3rd down.
But you look at this defense.
Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Azeez Ojulari.
Now 2 sacks for him already here in this 1st quarter of play.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
Now Willis to throw.
He finds his man Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
2nd down and 3. Robinson up the middle.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's Willis. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Willis from the gun on third down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The third down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Well, we kind of thought it was a matter of when, not if, that a team might relocate to a spot outside the United States. Canada seemed like the most logical choice, and now here we are in this great city, a city that's had success in the Canadian League, but now they have it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
This throw to the middle taken in by Cole. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49ers' 14-yard line.
Second down throw coming by Willis.
Fighting him off. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now. Toronto in possession of the football. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. As they've got it as we resume action. They'll run with Robinson.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Willis on 3rd and goal.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Holding. Offense.
So a decision to make there. They decline the penalty as they'd rather force the 4th down.
7-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
Play fake. Murray.
Escapes the defender.
That injury stoppage here and a lot of worried faces on that offense and on that sideline as Kyler Murray is in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll run with Mitchell.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion.
Mitchell again.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell, his first rushing touchdown of the year.
And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Willis looking to throw it.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. To throw, here's Willis. This to Arnold on the short pass. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Willis looking to throw it.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Robinson with another carry.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Third down, it's Willis. Finds the open target, Arnold.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
On play action, it's Murray.
Nice little juke.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Murray now to throw. That's caught left side by Judy.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On second down, here's Murray.
Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
Good play there by Bateman. Nice catch and a first down. Trying to overcome what was largely a lost season in 2022 with only 6 games played and under 300 yards. Hoping this year can be a big one for him.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray.
A slant route caught by Bateman.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms here going over the middle. 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Trayvon Walker
able to get in there and drop him behind the line. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. The 49ers are going to turn over the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Back to throw, Willis.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
It's Shaq Lawson who worked his way in there to get him down.
Now, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. Aaron Rodgers, a touchdown pass there. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Christian Kirk, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Robert Woods, a touchdown catch in the victory. It was a running back, Elijah Mitchell, who stood out in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Second half begins with a carry by Mitchell.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Murray. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Grant on the return. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Willis will look to throw it.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Daron Payne. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on here to punt it away. On the return, here's Agnew. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return.
The 49ers settling in for their next drive.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Now Murray. It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. In there to drop it for the loss, linebacker Nakobe Dean, an outstanding play. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the gun, Murray. Looking for Bateman, he's got him complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now. Here's Murray. And he is caught. He's going to have the first down and more than that. Touchdown, 49ers. Jamal Agnew, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Murray now. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And last time they coughed it up. led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Willis looks to pass it here. The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's A.J. Cole now,
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return.
The Niners set to take over on offense.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Murray going to throw.
Steps away to his left. And he fends him off.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Willis now off of play action.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Third down, here's H.A.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Agnew now to return. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And we're going to stop play here at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Murray now on 1st down. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Here's Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
34-yard line.
Second down and a run by Robinson. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. To throw, here's Willis.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Daron Payne able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
The shotgun snap to Willis.
And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A-Chain.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible.
Touchdown! Jakeem Grant from 6 yards away.
And the Dragons are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive goes 8 plays. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Murray now to throw.
They'll run the screen with Mitchell.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Returnable for Grant. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The 2nd down throw by Willis.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Willis will look to pass again here. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 41. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Short pass caught by Henry. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49.
77 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The Niners on 3rd down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And now Murray's going to set up the throw.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he is going to have a Niners first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like...
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pick. Throwing now is Murray. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Back to the ground here, Mitchell.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 13, a little over 30 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Now Willis.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Passing lanes tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
He's got Johnson. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This is Robinson.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it.
And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they... The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And they'll indeed take a knee. So the victory here for San Francisco. And we talk so much about the turnover battle.